Here are the scariest female inmates who will be set free in a few days. Are they ready to rejoin society? Leslie Van Houten. Leslie is a member of the Manson family cult in 1969. At 19 years old, she brutally stabbed Lino and Rosemary LaBianca in their Los Angeles home. After spending over 50 years in prison, she was paroled in July 2023 at age 73, becoming the first Manson family member to be released on parole for the murder. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Gypsy is convicted of her mother, Claudine Dee Dee Blanchard, after she fabricated a series of chronic illnesses and forced Gypsy to undergo unnecessary medical treatment. Back in 2015, Gypsy Rose convinced her boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, to kill her mother, and she was sentenced to 10 years in prison before being released in December 2023. Kathleen Folbig. Kathleen Megan Folbig, an Australian woman born on June 14, 1967, gained notoriety after being wrongfully convicted in 2003 of murdering her 4 infant children after her personal diary entries were misinterpreted for intent to harm. Despite being sentenced to 40 years in prison, she was pardoned in 2023 and had her convictions overturned. Yolanda Saldivar. Yolanda Saldivar is a former nurse who was convicted of murdering Tejana musician Selena Quintanilla Perez in 1995. On March 31, 1995, Saldivar fatally shot Selena at a Days Inn in Corpus Christi. Now, she is serving her sentence at the Patrick O'Daniel Unit in Gatesville, Texas, and will become eligible for parole on March 30, 2025. Betty Smithy. Betty Smithy, the longest-serving female inmate in the United States, was released from an Arizona state prison after spending 49 years behind bars for the 1963 murder of a 15-month-old child. At the age of 69, she walked out of prison with a cane, having been granted parole due to significant changes in her. Mary Virginia Jones. Jones, also known as Mother Mary, is a 74-year-old woman who was released from prison in 2014 after serving 32 years for a 1981 murder committed by her then-boyfriend Mose Willis. Jones was in an abusive relationship with Willis, who forced her at gunpoint to participate in the robbery and kidnapping that led to the murder. Gloria Williams. Gloria Mama Glow Williams was released on parole in January 2022 after serving 51 years in prison, making her the longest-serving incarcerated woman in the state. Convicted of second-degree murder and life imprisonment without parole, Gloria decided to participate in various community and rehabilitative programs and mentored dozens of other incarcerated women while behind bars. Judith Clark. Judith was the getaway driver in the deadly 1981 Brinks armored car robbery that resulted in the deaths of 2 police officers and a security guard. At the time, she was a member of the radical left-wing group Weather Underground. In 2019, the parole board voted to release Clark, citing her model behavior during her incarceration. Irena Pretty. Irena Pretty, Maryland's longest-serving female prisoner, has been granted release after serving 42 years of a 60-year sentence for first-degree murder. Pretty, now 61, earned a bachelor's degree in sociology from Morgan State University during her incarceration. She has also engaged in various educational programs, worked as a data clerk, and participated in community service initiatives. Donna Hilton. Donna is an activist who gained notoriety for the 1985 murder, torture, and kidnapping of New York businessman Thomas Vigliarolo. Convicted at age 20, she served 26 years in prison before being paroled in 2012. Hilton has since turned her life around, earning a bachelor's degree in behavioral science and a master's degree in English. Alice Marie Johnson. Johnson is a former federal prisoner who was convicted in 1996 for her involvement in a Memphis cocaine trafficking organization and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. During her nearly 22 years of incarceration, Johnson accomplished what has been termed as extraordinary rehabilitation. She received numerous certifications, became an ordained minister, and mentored many women. Debbie Sims Africa. Sims Africa is a member of the Move 9, a group of radicals who were convicted of killing a Philadelphia police officer in 1978. Debbie spent nearly 40 years in prison, but maintained her commitment to the Move organization's mission. In June 2018, she was granted parole and released from the correctional institution in Cambridge Springs.